Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to show you my 2019 planner setup. So I did the video of my basically 2017-2018 planner. It's here. When I got to the end of this, I was doing horizontal layouts and I thought I was going to stick with those. And I thought I would get a horizontal planner. So what I did was I ordered a Plum Paper planner. And I got the smaller one. And so what I thought I would do in here, let me get to it, was have it like this. But then I realized what I really liked on the horizontal and having the ability to track like sleep time and work time and that kind of stuff here, I don't have the ability to here because I don't have a way to mark in a tracker along the bottom half. I know, I'm weird. What can I say? But I have room to track everything else. I have room to track the weather. I have room to track the books that I read, how many pages per day, and I also have room to track any appointments that I might have. My work, my gym, weekly weigh-ins, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm at as far as that goes. This is what I decided. And so when I got this smaller one, I opted to go with the smaller horizontal. And I wanted to check this out and see how I liked it. You guys have probably seen the videos for the Plum Paper. Excuse me. And so I thought, I'll give it a shot. The 2-page monthly calendar, I went in and I added some stuff in. The weeklies are all about the same. I really didn't know what to do with this area at the top, so I didn't do anything. The thing that I dislike about this is I like to see my water intake, and I had put in a fitness tracker back here. And it has an area to keep track of your water here and your workouts and stuff. And so I missed having my water intake on a daily basis. I missed having a weekly look at the books that I read. But because this isn't lined, I didn't feel like that was enough room to write in the books. But when I got back here to the back, this is a list of all the books for the month of January or December that I read. And I did a lot of reading. Granted, these weren't super duper long books or anything. The longest book that I read for the whole month was Kingdom of Ash, and that was 900, almost 1,000 pages. But it took me all month and part of November to read because I was reading a little at a time. So I kept track of everything here, and then I wrote in my January challenges here, and then I had this extra page here, and then going on to January, I didn't quite know how I wanted to handle things, and so I really haven't done anything with this one for January. Okay, so that's my limitation. That's my bind. So I went on and I ordered a bigger planner. Okay, a little bit bigger, and I saw they had this new one that rather than the horizontal, I forget what it was called now, it had the vertical columns. So let me go at this one. I decided, okay, I'm going to put my sticky notes in, I'm going to set it up, I'm going to have my stuff in it, I'm going to have my workout calendar here. I put in my year at a glance here. This will be 2019 or 2020 at a glance. Or, yeah, 2020 at a glance, and then I decided to add washi tape in. So I went through and I added washi tape in different areas. There's my month at a glance. And then here is my first week in this one. I pulled out an old Erin Condren clear ruler, page divider, and kept it here. I've been sick this whole week, and so I haven't really messed with it a whole lot, but I've messed with it some. So I set up this tracker up here, put in just a sticker here, but don't really like it because I have extra space here. I still don't know what to do with this area. I still don't think it's enough to do the weekly books. So I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know that I really want to go forward with this. I should have probably done the horizontal, and I should have looked at it differently to see if I could set this area up with lines so that I could maybe track my books up there. I went through and I did some stamping throughout the month, used some washi tape throughout the month, and just got everything set up. I put in a daily gratitude, or a, one line a day. I put in my books read here. I put in my book challenges here, and the books that I wanted to read. I figured I would make a vacation tracker for the month here, any days off or carryover from last year, plus a shipping calendar here, and then my monthly habits here, spending tracker here, and kind of go from there. This one too, I ordered the fitness tracker in the back, but I haven't filled this one in at this point. I did go ahead and load up a bunch of junk into this back pocket here, and then I have this little clear pocket that I put this little stencil in. And because in this one, in the Miguel Ruiz, I kept a list of all the books. So what I decided to do, because I didn't have any place in this one specifically for books, I thought I would add this little journal in that would give me basically the same information to some degree. And I've already changed this one up some. So I have the date that I bought the book, the format that it's in, whether it's Kindle audio or book format, whether or not I've read it, when I started, when I finish, the title, the series, and the author, and the page numbers. All will go here. And I've set this up for, about half the book to see where we're at. It fits in the little sleeve in the back, and so it can be portable with me. So if I'm sitting someplace and I decide to order a book, I'm good. I've got a place to keep it up. But when I had, before I ever ordered these, when I was still doing my Miguel Ruiz, I had bought a bullet journal last summer, and I had bought it from Michael's, from the Recollections. I think it's a Recollections brand. It just says distributed by, or distributed for. Anyway, so it's Michael's brand. It's 249 pages. It's a little bit wider than my Miguel Ruiz. So I think, not by much, but just a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell with the Miguel Ruiz. There's the actual end of it. So maybe about a half an inch wider. Same height-wise. But this one, and I put a sticker on the front of it, and on the interior, it's got a big area for index up front, but the pages aren't numbered. So, I mean, that doesn't do me any good. I won't keep up with it. I know. I'll figure out something else to do. So 2019, I had pre-planned this actually back in the summer when I bought this. So a lot of this I put together then. And what I did was I made my year at a glance, and I did it a little bit differently than what I had done before. I have done my workout days here. I have done a weight loss tracker here. I have put my measurement tracker here. My graphed it here. My walk 500 miles here. A shipping tracker here. My chore chart here. My library books here. My vacation days here, and I haven't tallied up last year completely to carry over into this one. And then I started with January. And I think I'm going to make this into a goals page maybe. We'll see. But I started off with my monthly calendar. And I just took one of those little notes that come, the post-it notes that are clear. I put one of those here. I cut that down. I put my readathons on here, and that's basically all I have on there at this point. I have a monthly spending chart. I have a gratitude chart. I have my habit tracker. I have my step tracker. I have my sleep tracker. I have the books that I've read for the month, how many pages I've read per day, And then here is my first of weekly. And I've gone back to the grid format that I had before. And I set up the whole month like that. And I put in 1 month to give it time to see if I would like it. As an afterthought, I had put in this time tracker, and so I started with 1, 2, 3 here, and then realized, oh, I started at 7, and put those down here. The thing about it is, my sleep cycle has been off. I've been sicker than a dog this week, and so I haven't slept a lot. Or I have, if that makes sense. Like, I took Thursday off from work and all I did was sleep. I slept all day and I slept all night. And so then I was back on track with work and sleep again. But this is back to the format of where I was before. And because I was this one was smaller than the Miguel Ruiz, even though it's 249 pages, I thought I need to keep my book stuff separate. So I had found this little graph, or little, what do you call these? Just a little composition book. And I had decided to keep up with my reading here. And so I had put the top 19 books to read in 2019, the quarterly winter reads that I wanted to get to. These are yearly challenges that I've printed out that I'm considering whether I want to do them and what books that I would do for them. January TBR, January challenges, and then the books that I read and breaking them down into more information as far as what genre they are, what year they were published, that kind of thing. A January book haul and a 2018 January revisit, and this is a backlist. Kind of like I did on the one piece of paper from last year that I put together for every month of backlist titles. I did the same thing here. These are my oldest books on my Kindle that I wanted to get to, and I thought I would just keep this up for the year. And then my series I put here in the back. I have that's a counter there, and then for ink, and then my series, and I can move the series forward. And I figured I would use that along with this to do my books and then my journaling. But there again, I'm back to the point of I'm being redundant, and I'm copying a lot of stuff over. And I am at a point where I love these spiral bounds, but I love the bullet, and I can't find that happy medium that's going to keep me content. And so December, I was in the Plum Paper. January, I'm trying to use both of the Plum Paper, the bigger Plum Paper, and the bullet journal just to see which I like better. And I'm gravitating more towards this. And I don't know if it's because I'm more comfortable with it or if it's because I just like this format better. But I really like the horizontal. But the horizontal doesn't give me everything that I necessarily want. In the Plum Paper. In this one, I can kind of tweak it. And instead of putting like my books down the side, I can put them over in the notes section. But this is a different grid size than the Miguel Ruiz. You can see these grids are much larger than these grids. And so I have less space to work with here on these. That's why I opted to go with the grid layout as opposed to the horizontal layout. In this one more so than in that one. Or you get what I'm saying. Anyway, so that's kind of the quandary that I'm in. And so I'm just going to mess around and play around for a while longer and see where I end up with these. It may take all of January to help me make up my mind. It may take a couple more months than that to make up my mind. It's just, I don't know. I'm at a loss what to do. So I have these planners that I'm considering what to do with for the month of, or for 2019. So I'm still going to mess around some. I'm still going to play and see what happens as time goes by. So I'll keep you updated. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.